It's Happy Dani time. Namaste, midnight, just past midnight. So technically we are Friday, September 4th, and I'm getting myself ready for sleep. I had quite a busy and happy and exciting day. Lots of ups, a few downs, and I'm wanting to balance my breathing before I sleep, and also mention the fact that oxygen is very, 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 very important. We really, really need oxygen. And so often throughout the day, as we're up and down, we're breathing sporadically. So when we begin a yoga session, we normally begin with some conscious breathing. And this is very typical in a laughter yoga session as well, whether we're online or in person. Breathing is what it's all about. And before I say anything more, and before we laugh any further or begin laughing together, I thank you for joining. I thank you for subscribing to the Happy Dani YouTube channel. Let's laugh together. Laugh Center is a wellness space that I'm putting together, and I think that as a minimum viable product and as I think the ultimate way to build a wellness center that is for the people, by the people, is to begin with feedback and beginning with our breath. Thank you, namaste, merci. Let's take our first breath in comfortably, smiling happily. All this oxygen that we need. And as we're ready to breathe out, let's be mindful that we're breathing ha out. Ha, 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 ha. All of that carbon dioxide, all of that old air. And we have an amazing lung capacity. Let's breathe in a second. Awesome breath in. And wherever you are, whenever you're comfortable, ha. And I really encourage you to let it out until you can't ho anymore. And in pranayama, breathing through the nose. Thank you so much for taking the time to breathe. And it ho. And you can move your body, you can move your arms. I do like to move my arms up, and it just has me smiling. And then down, from your left center until you can't. And out. And let's try another way of doing this with our arms out. And so it's another way of practicing mindful breathing, meditative breathing, and also really releasing. So taking in as much air as we can, as much new oxygen as we can. Bringing it close to our hearts and our lungs, all this oxygen, and we're going to hold it in. And then when you can't hold it anymore, laugh it out. We'll do that 3 times. Like this. So that's a nice example of a good start. And we'll go again with our arms out in front of us. Breathing in and holding it until you really can no longer, and then ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So it's definitely something that the more I train to do, the more it becomes natural and easy to do. And the more I breathe this way, the more it seems like my lung capacity is definitely improving. So I think that this is a fun way to warm up our hands, and we can pretend that we're making a fire because it's very late here in Montreal. Wherever you are, if you're in the city or if you're in nature, you can pretend that you're making this fire. And when it gets hot enough and big enough, you can open up your arms, and basically we'll just make sure that this fire gets nice and big so we can tell stories and have lots of laughs around the campfire, or let's call it a campfire. I really, really do love being out in nature and hearing, and the fire's going and we can hear the crackling. Oh, and it's getting larger and larger. Ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Super. C'est super. Oui, en français, c'est super, c'est super. Ouais! Je pratique parce que hier soir, I'm practicing because yesterday, actually the night before yesterday, I learned to say c'est super, ouais! And I had been saying très bien, ouais! So, c'est super, ouais! Okay, so let's pretend we're still out in nature and we have this campfire going. So it's getting warmer and we're okay. So we also have these marshmallows that, are really fun to play with. So let's pretend that we have in our bag of marshmallows, a nice marshmallow to play with, and we're gonna stretch this marshmallow out. And as we stretch it out, we're gonna laugh and just giggle and laugh and have a lot of fun, because as we laugh, we're generating more and more oxygen. We're taking it in, we're getting it out as we laugh. So this is excellent for oxygenation before sleep. And really, the more oxygen we have, we can say the more optimal our sleep can be. So this is very intentional and purposeful marshmallow stretching. Ha. Ooh, ooh. And remember, however your laughter is coming out, there's no one here to judge you, unless there are people around laughing with you. That could be great. Just keep in mind that the point of this is to let go. And whoa, I almost let go of my marshmallow. And we could eat the marshmallow, but it's all sticky now, so I'm going to throw it in the fire. And now let's wash our hands. Let's get rid of all this stickiness. So okay, great, excellent. Ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ha. C'est super, c'est super. Ouais. So, if you're here with me, I would love your feedback. If you're tuning in, laughing with me at a different time, let me know how you're feeling. I would love to see your comments or have your thumbs up or thumbs down as I go. I'm doing my best to be real, to be myself, to follow the first principle in laughter yoga, and that is to be yourself and not pretend. And so I think the fun thing about going online every day and also going live every day is that I, like everyone, am subject to change on a regular basis. Every day we're transforming. And oxygen plays a super, 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 super important role in our transformation and in our health. And sleep is such an important time for us to recharge and rebuild on such a cellular level. And to keep a long story short, I'm going to take from my information booklet and read from the section that talks about the importance of oxygen. Stephen Levine, or it may be Stephen Levine, a respected molecular biologist and geneticist, and also Dr. Paris M. Kidd, PhD, antioxidant adaptation, they, quote, say that oxygen plays a pivotal role in the proper functioning of the immune system. And we can look at oxygen deficiency as the single greatest cause of all diseases. Oxygen deficiency as the single greatest cause of all diseases. I'll put that in the comments because that is a quote, and I think that it's interesting to think about the fact that oxygen is something that we can create more of in our bodies by breathing in such a way that allows us to deplete our lungs from all of the old oxygen, and then also really, really take in as much oxygen as we possibly can. And as we practice breathing and laughing as a meditative and dynamic exercise, my experience is that I do have a greater and greater lung capacity. It is affecting my life in positive ways in every aspect. And I think that has to do a lot with the fact that I'm taking in more oxygen, more of this oxygen, more life-giving, vital energy. And so that is really something that I wanted to share, that oxygen is so very important. And I would love to see us talk more about oxygen and also do things, take actions, do things together collectively, individually, and also collectively to take in more oxygen, because as we out, we can take more in. And one really fun demonstration that Dr. Kataria has done in a very wonderful video that I feature on my LinkedIn Laugh Center page profile is a fun demonstration where he literally has an excellent chart for our lung capacity, and he shows as he's breathing in and out just exactly where his lung capacity is and how much of it he's depleting as he goes. And I really would love to provide more information as I go with my videos live and in person and in virtual sessions, because the information is incredible. And the fun thing about laughter yoga and yoga in general is it's one thing to know and be informed, and it's another thing to put into practice. And as someone who is very interested in experiential learning and experiential practices, psychology and positive psychology, this is interesting. So have a look at how I look, and you can try it as well, how you're looking, how I look, as you breathe in and then go out without laughing. So no laughing. We're going to do our very best, because we all have our own place, wherever we are, wherever I am and wherever you are may be with your lung capacity. So it's really a matter of training and developing the ability to breathe in for as long as you can in the moment and where you are. Be conscious of where you are, and then breathe out. So no laughing. We'll do that 3 times, and then we'll do it 3 times with laughing. And it's a fun experiment. Breathing in through the nose, and when you're ready with your lung capacity where you are today, tonight, this evening, afternoon, wherever you are, and then breathing out, no laughing. It's quite difficult. Whew, it's like a challenge. All right, so challenge number 2, we'll do it again without laughing. And you can do your best if you want to follow along with me, but really the point is where you are with your breath to breathe out when you're ready. And all the way out. Like you're letting all the air out of a balloon. Okay, 3rd time without any laughing. Oh, okay. So that had me start laughing toward the end. But I find it a little bit challenging to really deplete all of my air really get it all out of my laugh center. And so let's try it now with really an intentional, ha ha ha, forceful laugh as we go out. And if it's easier for you to put your arms out as you breathe in, I do find that the movement of breathing in with my arms is very helpful. And then laughing out with my arms is extremely helpful. I find it easier to breathe as much out as I can that way. So I invite you to do that, or just be where you are breathing in and laughing it out this time, and see if it is any easier to really get rid of the maximum amount of air, getting rid of it so that you can take in as much as possible. Again, 3 times. And then we'll go into some clapping. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Very good, very good. Yay! So curious to know how you feel, if there's a difference between breathing out, in sort of a neutral face, versus breathing out as you're laughing. I find it much more enjoyable and pleasant, and it does seem as though I'm getting more out. I would love your feedback. And now that I feel quite oxygenated, and I've been on here now 22 minutes, so I've laughed quite a lot today, professionally and here online. Alone, it's important just to keep in mind that we're doing this as an exercise. And so if you do feel silly, that's all right. The goal is to let go and just let yourself be, and get out of your adult brain, get out of your intellectual brain, and into your body, and get yourself oxygenated and release. And so this one will be a fun exercise, just to hold our shoulders this way, and or be however we want, but just good measures to have our hands on our shoulders if we can, and just take a few breaths in, upward, and when we release, we go down. Ha, quickly. Ha. And you can let go if that's not feeling comfortable. I like, because it gives me an opportunity to really feel that when I'm up here, I have some tension. But when I release, ha, ho, ha. And after a day of talking or laughing or learning or whatever it is that you've been up to, we have a lot of tension in our cheeks, the bottom of our cheeks, and certainly here in our jaws, we hold a lot of energy and a lot of tension. So it's very good to give ourselves a massage at the end of a day. ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, 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 ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Very good, very good. Yay! I am wishing everyone a super peaceful and restorative sleep, lots and lots of oxygen, and thank you so much for your feedback. And I look forward to continuing to be real and laughing with you live. Let's laugh together. Happy Dani from Laugh Center. Thank you so much. I would love your feedback and I appreciate your participation and thumbs up or down. So I know comments I would love, and thank you so much for subscribing and sharing your laughter and smiles. Namaste.